Hello everybody, and welcome to 100 Facts About Me You Probably Didn't Know. Probably. And of course the occasion being that I have reached 100 subs, a little bit over as a matter of fact, mostly because of the owl video, but still, that's pretty cool. And I thought I would celebrate that by giving you 100 facts in a totally random order about me, which you probably didn't know. Probably. Number 1, my name is Bianca. Number 2, I'm from the Netherlands. I was born here and raised here as well. Number 3, I'm female. Number 4, I'm 36 years old. And now comes the random stuff. Number 5, my dad smoked several packs of cigarettes a day, which may explain the heavy voice, which you may have confused for being male. Who knows? I'm not sure if that's really the explanation, but I do know I had a lot of secondhand smoke while growing up. Anyway, number 6, is it? Yes, I used to love exploring abandoned buildings, and I wondered about the people who used to live there and if they had left anything behind for me to find and try to piece together their existence. Number 7, during one holiday, some old trails at a campground where we were staying were torched by a bunch of teenagers, and instead of staying in the car like my dad told me to, I went up for a closer look, as there were other people there taking a closer look at the fire at the time as well, so I thought, why not me? Of course, those people were firemen, and I was like a 7-year-old with a teddy bear, so I wasn't quite in the right place, and they still talk about that to this day. At least my dad does. I'm pretty sure the firemen don't remember that anymore. Number 8, my channel name comes from a website I made in the 90s on GeoCities, if you remember that much. I'm not entirely sure where my GeoCity was. I think it was the Enchanted Isles. Not sure. I think it was. Either way, number 9, I did a lot of message board role-playing back in the 90s at a Final Fantasy inspired forum called Crescent Lake. I still have people that used to be there as well on my Facebook account. Number 10, I've done a lot of pen and paper role-playing, and I used to play Simple Fighters because I couldn't figure out what I had to do with the manuals for most of the time. At least I would have liked to play something like a wizard, but there were always too many different things you had to figure out, like what type of spells you had and what levels they were and all that sort of nonsense. I just wanted to role-play, so I just pick a fighter and then just give it a character, and I'd have fun that way. Number 11, I used to attend LARPs, so at least I've attended about at least 3 LARPs, at least 3 different instances. The same organization, but it's like a LARP, I don't know. I'm counting 3, okay? I counted 3 LARPs. 12, I collected all the original Pokemon trading card game cards, the Pokemon themselves, not all the different fluff cards that come with the packs, because I just wanted the Pokemon. I still have them, actually. They're in a folder or binder behind me, I think, somewhere. Some of them are foil, and I'm pretty sure none of them are really rare editions, so I don't think it's worth a lot of money. Number 13, I prefer camping over staying in a hotel. Random fact. Number 14, I have a slight case of synesthesia, meaning that some of my senses are a little bit mixed. Some of the numbers and letters have different colors to me than they do for most people. For instance, the 2 is blue and the 3 is green and all that sort of thing. And the A is red and all that. And sometimes I mix senses, like I'll think I've heard something, at least I'll talk as though I've heard something, but actually it was a smell or something like that. I don't really know how to work this out. I know what I'm saying, but I do tend to say it wrong. And number 15 kind of connects with that because I'm slightly number dyslexic, so occasionally I'll tell people I was born in 97 rather than 79 because I just keep saying the numbers wrong even though I'm reading it correctly. Number 16, I still have the first stuffed animal that was ever given to me. It is a small sheep, and I believe I just called it Sheepy because I didn't really have an original name, and sometimes kids are just not original. Number 17, I've been participating in NaNoWriMo since 2010. And number 18, I've made the 50,000 word mark each time since then, so I'm a 5-time NaNoWriMo winner. No, count to 2010, that's also 6. Yeah, that's right. 6-time NaNoWriMo winner. Number 19, my favorite genres to write in are fiction, science fiction, and mystery. Number 20, I'm Kate Lawrence 1 on Wattpad, which is a site where you can post stories that you've written chapter by chapter. So if you're interested in like writing fiction and letting other people read it, check out Wattpad. It's one of those places. And number 21, in the great cats versus dog debate, I am on the side of the canines because I prefer loyal companions. Number 22, I used to ride horses and I may go back to doing it as well. I've ridden horses for about 3-4 years, I think, about once a week, until I just got tired of it. Might go back to it though once I miss the horses enough. Number 23, I walk 14,000 steps a day. I have a step counter that helps me keep track of these things because I'm not very good at counting. See number 15. Anyway, number 24. Between the February of 2015 and February 2016, I lost close to 40 pounds. Just walking and watching what I was eating, so no gym time for me. Number 25, I live in a studio apartment, which is basically just one long room with everything in it. So I have no room to soundproof, because if I want to soundproof this room, I have to soundproof my entire house. And then I can't look out the windows anymore. Boo. Number 26, I'm interested in philosophy, and also number 27, men's rights. Number 28, I'm decidedly not a feminist. Number 29, I used to sing myself asleep as a kid, very loudly I might add, which my brother did not appreciate, and so my mother came in regularly to tell me to stop. Number 30, default thought language is English. That means, even though I'm Dutch, when I start thinking, I tend to go for English thoughts rather than Dutch thoughts. For some reason, when I have to think in Dutch, it has to, at least I have to try more, I have to try harder to focus on the words instead of just thinking. So I think in English. It's always been my preferred language somehow. Number 31, we had a computer at our house since 1986. My dad's place of work had a private computer, what would you call that? Like they got to bring a computer home so people would learn to use computers, because computers were starting to appear at their office more and more, and people had to learn to use them. And of course, as kids, we used them more than our parents did, because we were playing lots of games. Number 32, I like to collect antiques. Which number 33 ties into, because I love secondhand stores. And number 34, I also love garage sales. Number 35, I am a brony or red Pegasus or whatever you like to call that. But number 36, I do not clop, which is the brony equivalent of internet porn, I suppose you would call it that. Either way, number 37, in 2015, I went and followed did the NLP practitioner training and finished it. And number 38, this year, I went for the NLP master practitioner certificate and got that as well. Number 39, in September, I'll be starting a trainer education to become a trainer, find groups and all that sort of thing. Number 40, I'm also going to start in September the NLP coaching skills training. So lots and lots of NLP, which of course, if you're still wondering, stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming and has a lot to do with behavior, and it's really interesting. So if you're interested, just go and check it out. My favorite book so far is called Drunk Tank Pink. My favorite movie is called The Machinist. And my favorite series ever is Twin Peaks. Those were numbers 41, 42, and 43. My favorite song on number 44 is To the Moon and Back by Savage Garden. And number 45, the runner-up song, is Human Touch by Bruce Springsteen. Number 46, I'm a sucker for 80s power ballads because that's what I grew up listening to. Number 47, my dad infected me, quote-unquote, with his love for classic cars and trucks. Number 48, I played Diablo, the first installment of the series, for many, many years. Number 49, I also played World of Warcraft for at least 6 years, for the Horde, by the way. Number 50, my first main was a Tauren hunter called Divine Bovine. Number 51, I do volunteer work once a week. I do some gardening on Wednesday afternoons for an organization that does cheap bus trips for people who have very little money and very little mobility. Number 52, my IQ sits at about 130, not that it matters, but I needed to get to 100 somehow. Number 53, I want to start a business offering. Number 54, workshops in self-sufficiency and handicrafts. 55, coaching, creative coaching mostly. 56, social brainstorming events where people can come together and talk about what happens in their neighborhood and how to solve the problems. Number 57, Hotel California to me is synonymous to holidays in France because my dad used to play the same mixtape over and over again, and Hotel California was the first song on the first side. Number 58, I used to do a lot of drawing as a kid and I still do occasionally. Number 59, I also used to paint. Number 60, I've been writing short stories for as long as I've been able to write. Number 61, the countries I've been to, Belgium. 62, Luxembourg. 63, France. 64, Germany. 65, Austria. 66, England. 67, Ireland. 68, Iceland. 69, Canada. 70, once as a kid I dressed in all green clothes I had and tried to blend in with the grass. Unsuccessfully, I might add, but I thought I was pretty stealthy there for a second. Number 71, neither of my parents speak English very well. And number 72, both of them are very, very Dutch. 73, I have 100 relatives on my mother's side of the family and I see them very little. Number 74, so far I've been to about 10 funerals. Number 75, I cry every time. Number 76, when I was a kid I wanted to learn to speak Russian and Japanese, and so did all of my friends. Number 77, I ended up only speaking English with any real confidence. Number 78, I do just fine in a solitary confinement cell. Number 79, I love board and card games. Number 80, I'm so retro, I still use ICQ. Number 81, my first ICQ number was 3344644, but I lost my password and the name of the account was Dragon Fairy. Not Fairy, Fairy. Number 82, my parents owned a former police dog called Bruno before we were born. Number 83, Bruno was let go of because he was afraid of storm drains. Number 84, Bruno regularly scared off the neighbor and even pinned him to the ground once when he was trying to hand a hand shovel to my mother, and it appeared as though he was holding a knife out towards her, which he didn't like very much. Number 85, Bruno also scared off a potential rapist when their mom was walking him one day. Number 86, the first family pet I remember was a mutt named Nobby. Number 87, Nobby was named after the mouse character of the Dr. Snuggles cartoon series. Number 88, I didn't go on any dates until I was about 17. Number 89, I didn't have a boyfriend until my late 20s. Number 90, I've yet to sleep with anyone. Not that it didn't happen yet because of some type of principle, it just never really happened. Number 91, I love shows about how people used to live in days gone by. For instance, number 92, Coal House at War, 93, Manor House, 94, Victorian Pharmacy, and 95, Frontier House. 96, both my brother and me know for a fact that frozen oranges are not juicy no matter what Cool Best commercials may tell you. That is because 97, both of us regularly found fruit on the schoolyard as kids, dropped by other kids, and tried eating it. And it was not juicy. Come to think of it, we were both really scavengers. Number 98, I use as few plates and cutlery as possible to cut back on washing dishes because I absolutely hate washing dishes, it's such a waste of time. Number 99, I was always the tallest girl in my class, usually taller than most of the boys as well. And number 100, I can't stroll, I'm either standing still or walking briskly. So that was 100 random facts about me. I hope you enjoy it, and thank you so very much for subscribing, and hopefully we'll have another one of these sometime in the future for maybe 1,000. Or 500, maybe 500 would be a nice marker next time, who knows. Let's see if we can make it to 500. So, thanks for watching, tell your friends, and make sure to leave a comment below, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.